podcast. Walk with me. Let it ride. That's right. Wanting to be heard in the black man's world, simple. They're complicated, just relax and observe. Breaking down of our families, restructured communities. To wake up and see only your losers are free. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery. Your enemy is your memory. We at your door, black mail delivery.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy TALLSHON. TS is who I am.
Tre-Dot is who I am.
And you're now tuned in to another episode of the Black Male Podcast. This is episode 80. Right? It's 80, right?
I believe so.
I believe it's 80, bro. I believe it's 80. We finally made it to 80. Finally made it to 80. Yeah, I think it is 80. Yo, look at that. Episode 80, man. God damn. We'll be at that 100 before the year end.
Probably so.
I think we'll be at the 100 for the year end. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even the month of October yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll be at that. If we're not at 100, we'll be close. We'll be in the 90s. We'll at least be in the 90s.
I mean, we definitely going to start the new year at 100. It might be like mid-January or something. Still, that'll be a new year. 100.
I know. Right now we're doing one podcast a week, but if we start back up at 2 podcasts, we'll definitely shoot to that zone.
Man, you should probably keep it at 1, man.
Yeah.
It was a good run.
It was a good run. It was a lot of work.
I mean, do a bonus show here and there if we got somebody that we feel like bringing on that's cooperative or something.
Yeah, we might
every 3 months or something, maybe.
Yeah. I definitely want us to
do a live pod or something.
I want us to do that again soon.
Yeah, but regular, man, let's keep it like it is, man. And we got time to stretch the clips out. You know what I'm saying?
Get more reaction.
Just live life. Yeah, give people more time to catch up. Because before, you know, I mean, it was cool. The people that really listen, they could binge watch, binge listen, but they still can.
No, I'm cool. Hey, I'm cool with the one pod. Shit, there's a lot less on your boy. I'm cool.
I mean, you know, start posting the wrong shit and all that. Yeah, we doing too much.
Yep. Yeah, that's just I know. I was uploading the wrong videos and shit. It was getting crazy.
That's a human reaction, man. Brothers got shit to do, man.
Well, I could tell I need some sleep. But I got a dark ring around my eye. I ain't even noticed that shit.
Got the Aries Spears popping off.
Nah, I ain't got it that
bad. got the raccoon on Zoom.
I ain't got it that bad. Just look like right here. I need to get some rest, man. There's so much going on, man. I want to start off just a quick one, man. I think a lot of times we as a people, we don't realize how short life can be. We see so many people pass, but it doesn't affect us until for me, it doesn't affect until it's more closer to home. You know what I mean? And right now, like my family is going through some stuff and I'm watching someone that's strong become weak and eventually, you know, not going to be here. You know what I mean? Granted, at the end of the day, it's all based on what the higher power is calling for. But when you got that C word, cancer, that motherfucker don't play no games and they get busy. Now, at the same time, you know that person lived a long, strong life. You know what I mean? Yet in their mind, you know what I mean? Like you think about it, like we all know we're not gonna be here one day. But it's the worst to me when you actually have a date. Or it's like coming close. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's the thing that's wild. You know what I mean? So like my pop knowing that now he has a date. Because when me and him was hanging out and he was just like chilling, we was laughing and joking like we normally do, talking shit. And then he would just looked at me, he like, boy, don't take nothing for granted. Enjoy it. And that was enough for me, bro. Like that shit, like, and he said he was always a man. We always talked a lot of junk to each other, but he was a man of little words. So when he said that, it was like enough. And I just sat there and I was like, I just told him, I said, I won't. And I left it at that. And this is not my biological father, man. I don't really know my biological father like that. I ain't been around my biological father since I was 9 years old. So this man came into my life right before I went to college. Like right after, no, I was already in college. I was my first year of college. I came home and met him. I met him because my mom wanted me to meet him. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of her 3 boys. So my 2 brothers, but it wasn't solidified until I get to meet him. You know what I mean? I got to shake his hand, look him in his face. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I was 20. So this man been around since I've been 20 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 41. So he married me. He married me and my ex-wife and my mom and my pop. We all got married the same year. You know what I'm saying? I got married at 24, 25. And they got married that same year. I was in her wedding. I gave my mom away.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. You know, and my granddad her dad's alive, my granddad, but, you know, my mom always called me, she always say I'm her father because I keep her in line. I'm just like her. I'm just like my granddad because I always fussing at her and keep her in line. Right. So, you know, you always got that one kid that's like, hey, you got to do better. Make sure you tighten up. You got to be here. So that was me. You know what I mean? So I've been around this guy forever. Anytime I got a new car, anything, he was there. My kids, my 2 boys, he gave them their nicknames. Like he has his own nicknames for them. He gave them their first nickname. You know what I'm saying? So I told my oldest, I said, yo, Pop, he's going to pass soon. He know he was sick. And I was like, yo, he just stopped. Because he was like, you know, that's the only granddad when it come to me, he know. You know what I mean? So this shit just weird, bro. It's like, I be finding myself stressing about a bunch of shit that don't make no sense. And then you look at this person and you be like, yo, he fighting through this shit. And you could tell that shit is fucking with him, but he's fighting through it. And then to know that they said that we're not going to do chemo no more on you. We got to go call hospice in. That shit is like fucking with me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that shit bothering the fuck out of me because I don't know why. Like I was at the house and I was like, yo, it just feel like death in here. And I had to sit outside. Yo, I sat outside and he came outside because he even feel it. It don't feel right in his own home. So it's like, and then you look at women, like I love my mom, but she's a little selfish. And you could tell she's like trying to fight through it, but then her way of fighting through it is being selfish.
Selfish how? What do you
mean? She's making things about her.
No, emotionally selfish?
Yeah.
Well, that's a deflection.
Yeah, and I could tell that. I could tell that.
Deflection. When you know, it's like a coping mechanism for a lot of people.
Right.
And she's probably subconsciously doing it. Not if you told her she was doing it, she probably look at you.
No, I did. I had to tell her. I told her. I had to tell her.
Yeah, she don't see it.
And then she realized it, and then she was like, you know, she dialed it down. Because I can tell it's hurting her too, because she don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you a married man. You
it's her first husband.
Yeah. Well, you connected at the hip, and then you know your hip is gone.
Yeah. This is her first husband that passed. Because my dad is still alive. He just somewhere being a nigga. And that was her first husband. They got divorced when we was young. You know what I mean? He's still around. He's just a nigga, yo. He's somewhere up north. Last time I heard he was in Maine somewhere. You know what I mean? Somewhere being a nigga, yo.
I don't know about no Maine.
Word.
I don't know what you over there for.
Word. But I don't know, man. It just I don't know, bro. It just literally like I tell everybody out there, bro, don't take nothing for granted, man. Live life. You know what I mean? Bills are always gonna be here. You know, I'm not saying not pay your bills, but don't live your life just to pay these motherfucking bills, man. Go live life, go see the world. One thing my pop, I know from all the stories he told, he went to see the world. He was always everywhere. He know I'm that type of guy. I've been every place you could think of. He's never been out of the country, but I have. But he's been all over the United States. And for me, it's like, yo, I've been out of the country multiple times, and I gotta do it more. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure, like, I be stressing, bro. I've been stressing about this network because I got a lot of stuff in front of me. There's a lot of dope stuff in front of me that could bring us a lot of money. I'm not going to even lie to you. I don't talk about it as much, but it's a lot of people talking, and it's a lot of shit going on that I can, possibly help change some of our lives who ain't got it financially like that, that's on this network. That shit is stressful, knowing that. But at the same time, gotta live, man. And I realized that, I can't be stressed out like that and worrying. I need to. And then another friend of mine, just out the blue, bro, he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people you don't look to that's going to give you information. You know what I mean? You don't look for them for that information, that particular dialogue. And not to saying that they don't have it, but you don't expect it because we talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he heard it in my voice and he's like dropped something on me. And my man Sky, we had him on the pod. When he dropped that on me, I was like, I stopped. And I was like, yo, thank you, bro. I kind of needed that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting it, but I needed it. And I'm not going to divulge our conversation because that was between us, but I needed that. I was not expecting it, but I needed to be checked at that moment. And I needed those words. Sometimes you need to be checked. I needed to be checked at that moment, and I needed those words, and I appreciated that shit. Like, that nigga stopped our whole conversation. Bro stopped our whole conversation, was like, yo, bro, let me tell you this. This is your problem. I was like, oh, shit, this nigga about to scold me. I ain't even know what to do, son. I was sitting there like, oh, shit, am I getting scolded right now?
Yeah, you be wilding, son.
But I always
showed you petty as shit, bro. I always showed you that shit, man. And
this was a business. This was a business scolding. This is what I needed to hear when it comes to certain situations.
No. I'm not downplaying it. I'm being goofy a little bit, but you petty as hell sometimes, man.
No, I know I am.
It carries over. You petty as hell, and I know when you're being petty. When I call you petty, and you get mad. I'm like, yeah, he on that bullshit. I ain't even going no further right now because I ain't arguing with this nigga today. No fake arguments from me today. I'm not doing
none of it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's gonna be fake. I'm gonna let him talk his shit. We're gonna talk again tomorrow. I'm gonna let him go ahead and get it all out. I'll take a couple punches for the team. I'm good.
It's some bullshit.
That's how you know, but it's good though. I mean, that's how you know when somebody is, on your team. You know what I mean? They have that conversation when it counts, man. And sometimes you gotta hear things from different people. It's all about keeping your support system in place and keeping your half moon solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you got a full moon, yo, bless you. I don't know a lot of people with a full moon.
Nah.
I try to keep my half solid, and it works for me.
I ain't gonna even front, bro. I appreciate my half moon a lot more every day, man. Because you know what it is, man? Y'all not followers, man. And that's the great thing. Like, nobody's a follower. Everybody is leading in their own spectrum. And then when we all get together and we actually have conversations of, like you say, conversations of value, you get something from it. It's not a one-sided convo. You know what I'm saying? It's not a one-sided way of thinking. It's not a one-sided way of doing shit. Like,
what's funny? It's funny you say that. And hopefully I didn't cut you off in the mid-thought. But growing up, it's like when you're different, you're penalized for it, right?
Right.
When you have unique ideas, when you have an inquiring mind, you're knocked for it. My parents also, you're knocked for that shit because you're against the norm. Then when you become an adult,
I've always been
of a higher maturity level, now they want to applaud you for being unique, creative, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I don't know how it is in schools now. Maybe it's a little different. But back then, you were stifled for being creative.
Nah, it's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do cursive anymore, but I taught myself how to write. Mm-hmm. My teacher didn't teach me how to write. I taught myself how to write.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll look at you like they're mad because you're supposed to be on page 2, but you're on page 30, and you're already writing while everybody else is doing stick figures.
Right.
Instead of applauding that creativity and embrace it, I actually got in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, my youngest is going through that now. He flies through his work. He moves ahead, and he actually gets in trouble for moving ahead.
Yeah, like,
and it's
what
like,
does that mean?
Yeah. Everybody else is
was my problem.
It's over here. Let them be over there.
The danger with that is, this is my problem with education. Like, I came up in an era where, fathers and sons didn't talk. Just did. And that's not taking a shot. Fathers and sons didn't talk. Mm-hmm. Mothers and sons didn't really talk that much. It was more of a nurturing thing. You know what I'm saying? You need that male conversation with them. I had 2 older brothers. I grew up in New York. The niggas was in the streets doing whatever. So you're always being stifled. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is giving you that conversation to, solidify your uniqueness. You just feel like you're always. And then when I moved down south, oh my God, they stifle you for everything.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And you're penalized for being different. My clothes different. So now I think I'm better than everybody. How do I think I'm better than everybody? Because I shop at a different location. I'm from a whole nother world from here. It's a whole nother world.
Yep.
Now it's more diversity, but back then it was a whole other world. You know what I'm saying? I came down here with sneakers that never came out down here yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Jeans that they wasn't wearing here yet. Mm-hmm. I don't know none of that shit. I'm a kid. You talking about a teenager?
Yeah. I just know where I get my pieces from. When I get my
everybody's determination of you is you think you're better than them. Oh, but that's just a reflection. That's a reflection of their personality, like we said offline. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just like if a person says to another person, you think you all that, that's coming from their perspective because something's wrong with them inside. You didn't do anything.
Yep.
It's like if a person says to you, you're always trying to insult my intelligence. You didn't do anything. This person feels inferior intellectually. So that's going to be their response to you. You think you're this, you think you're that. You know what I'm saying? And there's truth in a lot of people's anger, and there's truth in a lot of people's rebuttals. You know what I'm saying? When they say shit, you hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's them a lot of time. But some people got so much pain within them. But when you're dealing with a child, how can you stifle a child's growth that might be talented or gifted in a certain thing? You know what I'm saying? If you want everybody to stop on page 5, and a child has the ability to go forward and maintain, why would you stifle that?
Right.
You can't. Everybody learns at a different level and at a different pace. You can't stifle person's growth.
We also in that era of we don't want one person to outshine the next person either. You know how they give second place trophies now. You know what I mean? For you doing well, participation trophies. You didn't win, but you get a trophy anyway. Type of world we live in. That's all that should be, man. It slow the kids down because the other kids is slower. Like I get mad at my oldest son. Sean is hella smart. He codes. He does a lot of shit. He's hella smart. But in school, he's trying to be the cool kid. So he's fucking up. And that shit is weird to me. I guess it was weird to me because I never tried to be the cool kid. But I was always a cool kid. You know what I mean? Because his grades is affecting his grades and it's affecting his way of getting things done.
But see, being a cool kid is natural for some people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Being a cool kid for some people is a whole character shift.
Right. And that's why
it might not be natural for him.
That's why I feel like it is.
Then two, the way the educational system is put together and the way curriculums are set up, if you're a creative intellect, mm-hmm. it's gonna bore the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
School bored me. Like I would do my work in 15 minutes and everybody else is sitting there for the rest of the class.
Yo, and I told him that.
Mad at me.
I'm cool with that though. You know what? I told him that. I said, bro, if I know you know this shit, do it. Knock it out. If you fuck up after that, I don't have no issue because you knocked out your work and your grades equal. I said 9 times out of 10, even your teachers are not gonna have an issue with you because you did your fucking work. So the problem is right now, you're not doing your work. You know what I'm saying?
Find a balance.
Bro, I even like, bro, I spend, and I got a shoe problem on certain situations I do. I make sure everybody is laced. When you go to school, you lace. You ain't got to worry about no one looking at your gear or looking at what you got on. And you know how kids used to do back in the day. They used to tease kids that was less, that they felt was less than, and they didn't have certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they do the same shit like you said. Oh, you think you too good. Yo, my kids stay fresh. Like, because Sean don't have to wear a uniform. My youngest has to wear a uniform in school. So He just put some good shoes on. He go to school. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back home with holes in his uniform. He's just like, yo, whatever, man. Like, you got to teach him the value of don't fuck up your clothes. Sean, I make sure he's fresh. You in middle school, you fresh. You starting off, boom. But now it's like, all right, you fucking up, bro. I'm trying not to. I'm like, I don't believe in spanking, so I'm not doing that. But I'm trying not to discipline you by cutting your fucking locks off next. Like, man, you gonna go to school with a whole Caesar. You better chill out, bro. You know what I mean? But what is that gonna do? Psychologically, that can fuck him up.
Well, the creative parenting aspect is you have to find a way to get them to understand the reality of life.
Yes.
Because when you start doing that goofy shit over the foundation that's necessary of information, the only thing that comes is getting suspended from school. Right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Once you get suspended from school, what comes next is another suspension.
Yep. It's a record now.
Then what comes next? It's a pattern. And what comes next is a whole school year of bad grades.
Yep.
After that, you're gonna catch a charge.
See? That's what I'm telling them. I'm like, yo,
it might not even be your charge.
Mm-hmm.
But on file, it's your charge because you were there.
Yep.
Whether you're the one that did it or they did it. Because once you start acting goofy, you attract other goofies.
Yep, and that's what he's doing. Attracting a bunch
now
of
you got a team of goofies.
Yep, dog, you sound like me. That's what I say, bro. I tell them, I call them the goof squad. I say, now you in the goof squad. I say, you in the goof squad doing the fucking most. And I'm tired of it, yo.
Yeah, a fight either y'all gonna start fighting or y'all gonna start stealing.
Bro, that's what happened. I already told them, bro, keep it up. I got these boxing gloves. We're gonna go in the backyard. Since you think you're tough, I'll show you what tough is.
I mean, you gotta do whatever you feel works. My only thing with any father or parent, like I don't judge how people parent their children. My thing is the effort.
Yes.
The effort needs to be there. You're not always gonna make the right parental decision. But who's to say what's right, who's to say wrong? Right. My thing is that effort has to be there.
Oh yeah.
Because then you can say to that child, dead to their face, I'm here.
Yep.
All your goof squad doesn't have anybody there for them.
A lot of them don't, bro. And
I'm here, and you acting goofy. They wish they had what you had.
Mm-hmm.
To some people, we don't have a lot, but to some people, we have a lot.
A lot. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And one thing you do have is you have a mother, you have a father, and I'm here talking to you now.
Mm-hmm.
These guys don't have it. They go home wishing they had a dad. And when they wish they have a dad, they call you, and now your ass want to be goofy like them.
Yo, I remember a situation happened. Sean was telling me about one of his homeboys. His dad was beating on his mom. Like, he came home and said that. And he was like, and this is what he said to me. I'm glad you don't do that to mommy. I said, you ain't got to never worry about me ever doing that to your mother. That ain't my style. I said, dog, and I had to explain to him that some men are so insecure. They got so much in their minds. They got so much going on. The people that they abuse are the people that's close to them, and not knowing that it affects your children because the kids hear and see it. I said, for you, within our home, all you see is love. I said, even if me and your mother aren't getting along and we have a small argument, I said, y'all don't hear it. I said, if we do fuss at each other, it's a quick in and out, and we go the opposite direction, and then we come back and fix it. I said, other than that, all you see is me hugging your mom, kissing your mother. Same thing here. You see her bring me my food. He was like, yep, she brings you your food. You see me do the lawn, do all the maintenance in the house. And you see us both go to work, and you see happiness. You see a balance. I said, some people don't see that balance. I said, but guess what? You're fortunate. So you look at it as you're fortunate because you got a dad that's here. You got a dad that's here, and that's not on that goofy stuff.
Yeah, I never seen my parents argue.
See?
Like they had a closed door policy. You know, when they closed their door, we knew not to mess around in their bedroom or knock on the door because that was their time. We never heard loud talking or none of that when they was in there. Hell, they could have been in there fucking for all we know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when the door was closed,
it's between them.
Yeah, when the door was closed, we knew what it was. And you know, we ate dinner together every Sunday. You know, my father worked a lot of hours. They kept their friction away from us. So Sometimes
ain't none of our business, bro. But you can feel it.
You can feel.
Yeah. You know it. You know they beefing.
But mom still put the dinner on the table. You know, it's just I'm big with the effort with the parents, man. I just wish they put forth more effort, man. And it's just like, I don't know. It could be my age, man. But when I see mothers like putting in the effort with their children, man, it almost makes me smile. You know what I'm saying? Not even almost makes me smile. Even when I leave the gym and I see mothers pick the kids up from the kids club, I'm like, damn, man, you got this child all day. You still took the time to go to the gym.
I love it. I love it more when I see the father. Yeah. That's when I love it more.
I love it more, but the reason why I'm saying I love when women do it is, as a single mother, you can quit, bro.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of love when I see the single mothers do it. You can quit. You can quit working out. You can quit your career goals. You can quit all of that shit. And when I see a woman just fighting and not sitting there playing the victim, it's a level of power in that. You know what I'm saying? I got to respect that just as much, with the fathers. I got to respect that. It's a level of respect. It's a level of respect. Any race. I don't give a fuck. Any race.
Yeah, me too. I don't care about the race aspect of it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, of course, when I see a black woman, it's a little, it touches me more.
Right, of course.
Because you feel a part of that.
Yeah. Well, bro, I understand, man, because even when Sean was telling me about his homeboy dad beating on his mom, shit, I remember those days. I remember my dad beating on my mother. Like, I remember them shits. Like, them shits scar you for life. I remember that shit. I remember seeing that shit. I remember hearing that shit. I remember being threatened to do the same thing that happened to me if I don't tell this, that, and that, which I never did. I'll just eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember those days. I always feel like I had to protect my mom. I remember running at my dad and my dad whooping my fucking ass because I wanted to protect my mom. You know what I'm saying? So like I definitely know those harsh realities that young man that told my son about that shit. I know those harsh realities. You know what I'm saying? But that's what shaped me to not ever do the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want my kids to ever fucking feel like that shit. I feel like something going on. You ain't gotta never worry about no goofy shit like that for me. Because I'll go for a walk. I'll go for a walk first. I ain't going nowhere, but I'll go for a walk.
You should. And on another note, women need to have those discussions also. Because this isn't even defending the man. Some women make a conscious effort to push a man. And I will never understand, why do you have to take every argument to that high level? You spoke your piece. You said what bothers you. Let it be. Y'all go y'all separate ways, decompress, make peace before y'all go to bed. I mean, what's the point of elevation?
Yeah, I agree.
You see,
I'm gonna have to agree because I've seen that situation. I know that firsthand.
You see, I'm letting you vent. I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. But there's right within what you're saying. You're obviously passionate about what you're saying, so I'm not going to interrupt you right now because you need to get this out. You're mad at me because I'm not responding. You didn't say anything that warrants a response. You're upset at this. I'm taking what I agree with within there. We got to work on that. There's nothing to be said right now. Because one, you're not listening to me.
Not at all.
So whatever I say is going to infuriate you further.
Yep.
So we're gonna let you vent. We're going to work on this, whatever. We're going to work on getting this off of your chest right here.
Yep.
Because all dialogue isn't back and forth.
No, it isn't.
Because what you're saying right now, I don't need to have a response for.
Because it ain't gonna be nothing good. It's never gonna be anything good if you got a response.
Does it always work that way?
No, hell.
I'm just saying how I think it should go. Do I always handle things like that? No.
I know I don't.
No, because I was quiet, but that last thing you said, whoa!
Oh yeah, now I'm hot. Like, yo, watch your mouth. What? I'll be like, quick, watch your mouth, yo.
Yeah, whoa, see, that's the problem. You was good. You doing good. Your vent session was all right. But you just...
Yeah, now you done jab me. Now watch your mouth.
You just hit me with the Canelo.
Nah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, no, you had to go that far.
I'm with you there. But yo, man, let's get into some other joints. We got deep at the start of the pod. Let's talk about let's have a little quick sports talk situation, man. What's your thoughts on the first week of is now, once they hear this podcast, it's going to be the second week of NFL, but we not a sports pod. So what is your thoughts on the first week of the NFL season?
It was an exciting first week, man, for what I seen. I didn't watch every game, watch every highlight, but I like when things happen that are unexpected. Dak Prescott played the worst game of football I've ever seen from a quarterback on television. That was the worst display of offense. And when I hear people critique it, it's crazy. I hear people criticizing CeeDee Lamb and all this, but I've heard nobody criticize Dak Prescott.
Bro, he played horrendous, bro.
Or criticize Jerry Jones because you got rid of your number one receiver and didn't replace him.
They'll never criticize Jerry Jones. He needs a hell of a lot of criticism.
You can't trade your number one receiver for a bag of chips and a Tahitian treat, and your other receiver is injured. So all you have is a number one receiver, which is CeeDee Lamb, which I think CeeDee Lamb is great.
Yeah.
Nobody will know how great he is until you put a quarterback there that can throw the ball. But after him, you got a bunch of people that might not even made the roster last year.
Yo, they made it seem like him breaking his hand was the offensive line fault. And I'm looking at this game like, yo, he's throwing that shit slowly. He's not throwing it. He's not picking it up and getting rid of it. He got wide open receivers. He's just like holding it too long.
CeeDee Lamb caught 2 catches, and the ball was thrown to him 11 times, and they're blaming CeeDee Lamb. This nigga threw CeeDee Lamb 10 bad passes out of the 11.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb is sitting home right now. Body probably sore as shit because every time the ball went his way, he got hit.
Yep, every time.
You hardly ever see niggas get hit when Tom Brady throw the ball.
Nah, Tom ain't doing.
They get hit. They get hit on yards after the catch, or they're catching it and they're going to the turf.
Bro, Tom didn't even have a great looking game because he was scrambling a lot, and we don't never see Tom scramble that much. And even he was making sure the receivers got the ball at proper times. So,
but listen to what you're saying. Your defense holds Tom Brady to a below average game, and you only score 3 points.
Word.
So now nobody even knows that your defense played good. Michael Parsons had 2 sacks in the first half.
Yep, he did.
And you paid Dak Prescott $40 million a year to get 3 points. And the problem is, and I'm gonna give
y'all back up. Oh my God, get that boy out of here, son.
I'm gonna give my one compliment a year to the Eagles. If y'all lose, it's never because of coaching.
Nah, our coach system pretty good.
You have a quarterback, and I said this to my son. He wasn't thinking about it this way. The first 2 years he was with the Cowboys, we were winning, but we ran RPOs. All right, we got 2 solid running backs.
Y'all do. I don't know. Dak. I don't know. I mean, not Dak.
Think about it. You got two solid running backs. Zeke had 9 carries, 50 yards.
Yep.
Stop giving him the ball.
He did.
Never touched the ball again. Pollard had 2 carries, maybe 3, something like that. Why? Run the ball, play action.
Yep.
RPOs. You come around. Dak Prescott throws accurately when he's running. I don't understand it. Dumb as fuck to me. When he plants his feet, the shit crooked. When he was running RPOs those first 2 years, he'll be running that bootleg, throwing that shit on the run. Boom. Boom.
I know our quarterback was looking good, bro. I wasn't mad at it. Our defense was a little on the sketchy side, but our quarterback was looking good out there.
Trey Lance wasn't.
Nah.
And Russell Wilson wasn't either.
I'm not gonna blame that one on Russell.
I don't blame Russell on nothing. I just say
Cass was dropping the ball left and right out that bitch. And that coaching, there was some sketchy decisions being made out there, especially right at the end of the game. They got 3 timeouts and they ain't calling out 1 timeout.
Why the quarterback couldn't call it?
I don't know. He was running the play that the coach put out there.
Why he can't call a timeout? You the quarterback. They paid you a lot of money.
They paid that coach a lot of money too. Do your job. Scheme properly.
Quarterback, do your job. You run the offense. Timeout. Coach, you wildin'.
Okay, I hear you.
They paid you a lot of money to come there and make a difference.
Yeah.
You let Geno Smith shine. Geno Smith was out there looking like a Hall of Famer.
He was looking like a Hall of Famer. Shit.
He told Russ, "Nah, I ain't gonna say that shit."
What he told him? Go ahead and say that shit, man. Fuck Russell.
Nigga said you had flag, Shay. This black excellence right here.
That nigga corny. I don't care what nobody say. I know everybody defending Russell Wilson because of the Sierra shit. That's a corny ass dude, bro. He is hella corny. Yeah, he is corny.
Sierra wanted something different, man. He probably treats her nice.
Yeah. He's still corny, bro.
I mean, you have a right to be corny. If you corny, be corny.
I agree.
I'd rather be corny than you be out here trying not to be corny, looking corny.
I agree. You made me drink some water, bro.
Hey, you gotta stay hydrated, my friend.
Oh, I drink a lot. Ton of water.
I'm ready for basketball season, though, so I'm just dealing with football right now.
You know how we do. I can't wait.
I'm just dealing with football right now.
I'm be fully tapped in this shit. Speaking of basketball owners, Sun owner was suspended a year and got fined $10 million, which is a billionaire getting fined $10 million is like you and I getting fined $10. It ain't shit.
He don't want to give you my $10 though.
He don't want to give you that $10 million either, but it still ain't shit. And I know people sitting there like, why does he get suspended for a year? He said nigga a lot. He said some homophobic shit, and he said some sexist shit. In my book, I feel like the homophobic shit and the sexist shit was the shit that got him suspended.
Why is it always a team that Chris Paul on though? I'm just saying, when he was on the Clippers, they had that shit with the racist dude. Chris Paul out here exposing niggas. Chris Paul getting everybody out of here, son.
You weren't supposed to say that, bro.
Why not? He the head of the joint.
Oh no, man, but damn.
He got the Clippers dude. I'm not saying he responsible. Like, I don't know nothing. I'm just saying.
God.
Coincidence. Hey, if you sign Chris Paul, you better have your shit in order, yo. He gonna get you exposed.
God damn, Trey.
You talking all that racist and homophobic shit around Chris Paul. Chris Paul be like, what? Word? Then he get home and check his phone. Yeah, I recorded that shit, nigga. I'm getting all y'all out of here, man. I fucks with Chris Paul, though. Do your thing, King. Peace, Lord.
God damn, man.
Respect, King.
But what you think about the year, man? He only getting a year.
I mean,
does it really matter? Does it really even matter? It's still my team. I'm the owner. I'm the majority owner.
Nah, they trying to get him out. They trying to vote him out. They voting him out.
They can vote all they want. He still own the team. He don't have to sell it.
They trying to oust him out. You know what I mean? You know, there's ways to do that. Whether it's successful now,
even if he sell a team, he owned two teams. He owned the girls, the WNBA team and the NBA team. Even if he sells his stake in the team, he's still getting paid out. You still tell a billionaire that I'm gonna make you motherfuckers pay me billions to get gone. That's the same thing that happened to the dude with the Clippers. Yeah, the NBA tried to get him up out of there, but at the end of the day, he's still on the team. So you're gonna force me to sell? Cool. You know how much money he got to sell that shit?
I mean,
you got an 80-year-old man picked up another $4 billion to get rid of that team.
That's all smoke and mirrors to me, though.
Yeah, me too. It's like, yo.
I mean, you read it, and there, black people are like, oh yeah, black power.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
All them niggas racist,
right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? All them homophobic. Hell, a lot of us are homophobic too.
A lot of us racist too.
So I mean,
a lot of us racist too.
If something is blatantly done, yeah, we gotta get him out of there. He wild. But all that secret phone conversation stuff and we saw the emails, shit, like,
man, go through my emails.
Please don't.
Please don't. Matter of fact,
you know what I mean? I don't know the fuck I be talking about.
This is back in the day. Shit, I got some sketchy.
Yeah, like checking people emails and all that. Like, man.
But at the same time, you got to watch what you do. He shouldn't be sending homophobic things to people. He shouldn't be doing a lot of different shit.
Yeah, it's unethical. But
saying the N-word, cool. Why are you saying it? Who are you saying it around, and what is going on in that? Because back in the day, everybody always had that one white boy. I never agreed to this, so I never had no white boy around me say the N-word. But I know quite a few people that was like, nah, man, he honorary black. He can say the N-word. I never agree with that shit. I'm not a fan of that shit at all.
What the hell?
I'm doing my best to stop saying that shit. Bro.
Honorary black. What the fuck is that?
That's like going. That's like coming to the cookout, man.
Nah, you ain't coming to the cookout, son. Who the fuck are you with?
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming to the cookout.
I'm with you.
You all right?
You all right, my G? Stay over there with that goofy though.
Yeah, you all right? Nah, I'm good. Nah. Doing too much, man. Damn, fucking cookout, man. I mean, when I moved to Maryland, my man was dealing with this older white woman and shit. And everybody in that town where she lived at, all the white people called each other nigga. I was uncomfortable, bro. I just didn't want to go there no more. It just sounds
not a fan of that, man.
No, I'm like, why are you so fascinated with the word? You know what I'm saying? And like, it didn't affect me to the point of where I don't know what I'm saying as far as it affected me, man. It's just hearing them go back and forth with it, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, why y'all even think it's okay to be doing this shit right now? And then my man is sitting there like, I'm looking at him like, yo, son, these your people.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good. Ain't coming out here no more.
Yep. I just get up and go. Like, yeah, this is corn. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. They too free with shit.
Yeah, like, nah, we ain't doing this.
Because if I sat around and said saltine 1,000
that's
times,
that's not gonna affect them. They don't have. There's nothing that affects them the way nigga affects us. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's why that conversation never works with them. Nothing. There's no term, nothing derogatory you can say to a European that puts them in a position of feeling the pain we feel from being called the N-word from a bunch of white people. Nothing.
I agree.
They have nothing to compare it to. Nothing. So there's no need for us to have that conversation ever.
No, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Any white person to bring that shit up, yo. You either change the subject or this gonna get ugly. Because there's nothing you can say to compare it.
No, I'm with you.
So they might as well chill with that.
I'm with you. Yo, next on the topic list, what is going on with young black music artists dying at a high rate, man? We got P&B Rock. We got all these different young brothers passing away, and just in LA alone, P&B Rock, Pop Smoke, so forth and so on, for being robbed, you know what I'm saying? And then being killed after being robbed. I know they want to blame the P&B Rock's girl, his girl
nothing to do with it.
She had nothing to do with that, man. She had nothing to do with that.
Anybody that believes that just doesn't understand LA culture. It's different. All right. LA is not North Carolina. LA is not New York. LA is not Virginia. LA is not none of these other places. That particular location, people in LA will tell you don't go there.
Right. Matter of fact, when I was up there, they was like, yo, you going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? I was like, yeah, I'm in LA. I gotta hit Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. They made sure don't go to this one, and this one. These three you don't go to. I don't care if you're an outsider, and if you do go, don't wear this color, that color. Keep it neutral.
Well, they ain't where my squad go, bro. Me and my team, they ain't where we at, Shay.
So I needless to say, I didn't go to neither one of those. I went to one that was in a very good neighborhood, good area.
I mean, it's even with the check-in thing. It's like if you choose to live a certain kind of lifestyle, certain kind of rules apply.
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with hip-hop at all. It's just people that want to be a part of a certain lifestyle and they feel they have to prove certain things.
Right.
My thing is to prove anything.
Who you check into. But we're not a part of none of that lifestyle. So
I hear that. Somebody hit me in my DMs acting like when you go to LA, who you check into? I said, I don't check into shit. I get off the plane. I get scooped up. I'm with my family.
Mm-hmm.
All that shit y'all talking. I don't give a fuck if I put out a record that pop off. Yo, if I'm in LA, I'm with my family. With a show. I'm going to do the show. I'm going to leave. I'm not looking to buy a sack of weed.
Nope.
I ain't looking to fuck with none of your bitches. Nope. I ain't looking to wear a bunch of jewelry trying to floss on nobody.
And you're not doing no shows at the places that call for that bullshit.
Nah, I'm going somewhere where I can maybe bring a band.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could at least have a keyboard player. Where I'm going to be around some adults. But when I'm done, I can congregate with my people. I could chill.
Yeah.
So I'm not the one to ask, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I go to LA, it's the same thing. I get scooped up by my peoples. I'm handling my business. I'm doing what I do. And then I spend my 3 days and then I get up out of it.
But I'm not shooting videos with guns in my hand.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I'm not stacking.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? I'm not claiming none of that. So I'm different.
And like you said, I ain't wearing a bunch of jewelry. I ain't wearing a bunch of jewelry. I ain't doing a whole bunch of goofy shit like that. If I got my nice watches, I ain't on Melrose and nothing with it. I got an Apple Watch. You can take that shit.
But my thing is this too. When you're on social media, you should be able to say what you want to say, wear what you want to wear. I'm saying it first. Yeah. However, if you're gonna be on there, yo, how much the chain? How much the chain? Oh, this one right here about 200,000. This right here about 150. This one right here light. This little small about 60. How much the hoodie? How much the hoodie? Hoodie about 1,800. Yeah.
Yeah.
The vultures is out there. They see you.
Yep.
You wearing
and they looking in your background. Oh, I know exactly where he's at.
Not even that. Those don't be live, but they're waiting to see you again because they know you wearing this jewelry. I just named 150, 106,000 total on his neck, 200,000 on your neck, 200 on your chest. Come on, you a mob.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You a mob. You know what I'm saying? You buying this stuff, telling people how much it costs for what? Why bring? Yo, it's like a person like J. Cole won't have no problem in LA.
Nope.
I mean, you don't hear about Ludacris having a problem in LA.
Nope. Shit, J. Cole be in New York riding a bicycle, son.
Yeah, but J. Cole just looks like a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to attract attention to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, you want to enjoy your money, have fun with your money. You know, you should be able to take pictures what you want. You should be able to drive whatever car you want to drive. Unfortunately, we live in a world that has rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can abide by those rules. You can buck the system. There's consequences that come with your actions when you in this world. Not even just entertainment. If you out here fucking, there's consequences with their actions. In LA, oh, they're gonna test your chin. I mean, they're gonna test your chin, man. I'm not gonna be going through. You have to. It's not a point of being scared. It's a point of why am I there? There's probably 20 different Roscoe's within a certain radius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you choose that one? You chose that one because you told somebody, man, fuck that. I'm gonna go where the fuck I want.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You said to somebody, you ain't gonna tell me where to eat. I'm about to pull up with my leg. You ain't have no security. You ain't have nobody with you. You just went out there. Her putting up the location, no, it's not a good idea. But that had nothing to do with what happened. It's not a good idea because it's not a good pattern to get started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody's looking at her page to find him. No. But you got a lot of guys themselves. Like when Pop Smoke was at the Airbnb, the location was posted.
Yeah.
Yo, there's extreme danger in that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to post your exact location.
Nope.
You don't even have to post your state. If you want to show your Airbnb because it's fire, cool. But then you might have some people that know the Airbnb game can look at the furniture and shit and know exactly where it's at.
Yeah. And a lot of everybody stay in the same places, bro. All these rich niggas be in Calabasas. Everybody want to be in these certain areas. And guess what? Those places get hit a lot, depending on where you at in them hills.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on where you at in them hills, cats be getting hit. And got to play your positioning properly, man. You know what it is, man? I think like you said earlier, I think people get money and they forget. Like, bro, you lived a certain culture, certain lifestyle. You gotta always protect yourself at all times. Like for me, there was no reason for P and B Rock to not to be at that particular place. Yo, that's how I feel about Young Dolph. I understand y'all want to go back to the hood. Certain things are great in the hood. Certain things taste good. Yo, send someone to go get that shit for you, or go do it to go. I'd have hit motherfucking Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles for to go. Got my to go and got the fuck up out of there if you really wanted to get that food. And if you wanted to prove a point that you can go in that area, get your shit to go. Young Dolph should have got his shit to go because more and more it's looking like he was set up, which we could tell that he was set up. And it looked like somebody that worked at the fucking cookie spot set him up. My assistant would have been going to the cookie spot for my mom. Yo, go over there, slide over there, go get a dozen of this, a dozen of that, a dozen of this. It's for my mom. You know your area has no good for you. So that, I can still be in my hood. Bro, you only going, if you're going to be in the hood, cool. Go when you giving back and get the fuck out of there. When it comes to Nipsey Hussle, that situation is a little bit different because it was someone that knew everybody and the nigga was envious. Jealousy is a mother. Jealousy that could happen anywhere. That can happen anywhere.
Yeah, jealousy shit can happen anywhere.
Motherfucker, bro. When someone is jealous of you or they're envious of you, they go to the extremes to make sure they show that you ain't shit to them.
There's truth to that, but also we got to be careful when we G-check people in public.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I've had to deal with, that situation myself. That could have been a fatality. Mm-hmm. Even though what you're saying may be right, even though that person might deserve that slap or that punch in the face or that push or that choke or whatever you give.
Or that, get out of here. Or that, get out of here. You this. Yeah. We don't want your kind around here.
The worst person is a scared person and an embarrassed person.
Yep.
If they're embarrassed and scared, that person will kill you. You know what I mean? Because they're thinking you're going to do something to them because you checked them. So they kind of fear you. And if you embarrass them in public, they feel like they got to do something to save their face.
Yeah, I agree.
And it happens all the time. And then, you're a victim. But what led up to that fatality didn't have to happen.
Nah, it didn't at all.
Like, I don't have to check you in public in front of everybody.
Nah.
You know what I mean? I don't have to smack you in the mouth because you said something slick in return. I didn't have to approach you at all.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So, when you in the hood, you got to play by the rules that sometimes you were a part of putting in place. You know the game.
Yep.
It's almost like if somebody pull a gun on you, the first thing in the hood to say is like, you ain't really going to use that. Your bitch ass ain't got the nerve to shoot nobody.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then you shot. Nobody knows you said this to him, though.
Nope. No one knows.
But a lot of times this is said. Sometimes you can't control it. Sometimes the situations happen. Sometimes niggas got the drop on.
Yeah. I've been there. Shit. I've been there. Damn, I've been there. I've been shot before, so I know.
Gangster activity come with gangster consequences, man.
Yeah, I've been shot because of another another person's issue, but I've been shot.
A
Being
lot
in the wrong place at the wrong time.
A lot of it's sucker shit, but the thing is, we need to go where we need to go. Yeah. And there needs to be a need for us to go.
I agree.
We go places sometimes just to be going. Why are we going there?
Why are we even there? Yeah, I look, man, I believe in that. My instincts tell me not to go some certain place. I just don't go no more. I know
one of my favorite memes, and I notice a lot of women been posting it lately, where it's about basically when you're invited to go somewhere, you asking who gonna be there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memes. Cause when DJs be hitting me up, cause Trying to do better meeting some of these DJs in person. That's why certain
Right.
events I try to go just so they at least see my face.
Yeah, it's smart.
I'm in the DMs. What kind of crowd?
Yeah, what's that crowd like?
Yeah,
Man?
I don't see no live posts. What kind of crowd? What's good? What's good? What it is? Oh, it's a mixed crowd. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What's the dress code? People come casual. Okay, let me know. If I ask you what the crowd looking like, and you tell me it's lit, the fire
I changed my
emojis.
mind, bro. I changed my mind quickly on that shit.
I ain't going. So you tell me that shit lit? I ain't going, bro.
You sound like me, bro. So if I hear lit,
man.
nah, I'm cool, fam. This ain't for me.
This ain't my kind of. It's not my kind of event, and my record probably ain't what you need out there anyway.
I ain't going nowhere that says lit in it. That's
my point. As soon as you tell me back lit, I'm like, son, you my age. You just told me your spot is lit. I ain't going. That ain't my vibe, son. Like, why am I gonna play myself? I'm not going to enjoy it.
Not at all, fam. Not at all.
I'll be sitting there like, yo, I just want to get eye contact with this DJ real quick, and then I'm out.
I've done that, bro. I've done that. I've walked in a place because, you know, DJ was playing something from an artist that I've managed or worked with, assistant in. I walk in, hear them play the record, you know, say what they're going to say, eye contact, dap them up. I might even buy him a shot. Let him see me 2 more times as I'm doing like Homer Simpson in that meme, going and fading out. Out of here.
You doing too much, bro. I'm going to buy him a drink. Make sure you get that drink.
Yeah.
I might even hear play my record, nigga. I'm out. I'm building that relationship. I ain't tripping off of them spins, man.
I try to be in the building for them to play the record because I want them to see me about to.
Only time I take my time to hear your show till you spin my shit is on some kind of Twitch.
Right.
IG Live. In person, yo, son, I gotta go, my nigga. You should say what I do. Yo, I know this what you drink. This you. You might even shout me out. I ain't even in the building, nigga. You don't even know it. I'm at home. You know what I mean? I did my networking. I know you drink. Here go your drink. I know what you do. Yo, I got your water on the side. Stay hydrated, my friend.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
But I ain't gonna be up there because you say this shit, Liddy.
And then you walk in and you like, it's a bunch of kids in here ready to shoot each other. Like, or a bunch of dudes dancing together, doing that dumbass Brady shit that these kids be doing. I see my son do. Like, man, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I don't even know if we need to play my record out at this crowd anyway. This might not be the function, but I'm gonna still give you that drink though.
Yeah. Yo, I know we already talked about indirectly you put a topic up here, shifting parental dynamics in this climate. And I think we kind of sort of had a good discussion about that a few minutes ago. What you think? What are your thoughts on shifting?
Well, I spoke on shifting parent dynamic, man, because, you know, a lot of times you hear people, my parents raised me this way,
right?
Or my mother raised me this way. The dynamic is different. You know, it's not even close. The dynamic is just different.
No, super different.
You have a child that, let's say, plays soccer. You need to take them to play soccer.
Yeah.
You have a child that's good at baseball. They need to play. You need to be taking them to these practices. If you have a child that's, let's say, good on computers, you need to get them in them camps over the summer.
Yeah.
Fuck your free time. You a parent. Your free time comes after that. And that's not going to stop your free time. Matter of fact, it's going to give you more free time because now your child has a focused task. So that's less you have to worry about. But you have to put that work in. I don't care what it is your child is involved in. You need to find a way to put them in a position to excel.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Period. This ain't the old days. I don't fuck what they was doing. You're not no great parent because you take your whole family to church on Sunday.
No.
Right, come on. But that was the dynamic. You know, that whole I raised you better thing was I took you to church every Sunday. I trained you. I put you around these church people every Sunday. That was our once a week routine. We got to put that work in. Male and female, son and daughter. We got to put that work in. I was actually proud of my workout partner because when he has his daughter, he will bring her to the little childcare thing at the gym. And I'm shocked at the childcare thing at the gym because we sat there and watched them one day. And it was funny, man. This young lady was running around with these kids playing basketball with them, black and white kids. Nice. These kids just having fun. Yo, son, we looking like, yo, gee. And his daughter loves going there. I told him, I said, she's going to remember it. My dad was always in the gym, but he never hesitated to take me. You know what I'm saying? You drop her off nowhere, you place her somewhere, like you were sure she was having a good time, and right. You deal with that. So you made her part of your day.
Right.
We need all of that.
We do. We do.
Fathers, especially fathers to daughters.
I agree.
And I was proud of him, man. I ain't gonna say I was surprised he did it because I can't judge him like that.
Right.
But I'm proud of that because it's been several times. You know what I'm saying? And I asked her, I was like, yo, you excited to go play with kids? She was like, yeah. Like, how do you not love kids, man? What is wrong with you, Nick?
Oh no, I love my babies, man.
How you don't enjoy that time? You don't get that back. And then when they become teenagers, not going to fight them and whoop them and all of this shit.
Right. That's like my daughter, bro. She called me and her were talking junk to each other, bro. And it'd be funny as I don't know what. Like, we just be literally just talking shit to each other. And I'd be like, oh, I see where you get that from. She like, what? You? I said, no, that's your mama's side. She be like, see how you do me? And I'm like, yeah, I know where that's from. And we just be clowning each other, man. And then at the same time, like me and you talked before, dropping little jewels here and there. You know what I mean? Let me drop a little bit of here. And then she listens and regurgitates it back to me later.
Yeah, but think of all the negative influences that we came up around.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your child might not see as many negative influences we saw, but they're going to see some.
Right.
So the implement of information never ends as a parent.
I agree.
And the older they get, the deeper the information can be. Like me and my son talked yesterday. You know, certain things I'll throw in there. Mm-hmm. You know, and he'll be like, "Oh, I thought about that. Okay, I didn't think about that." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He has a little team lead position. He's dealing with a lot of personalities. I tell him all the time. I said the world works funny because while you're being goofy with them, it's fine. But once you get a position where you have responsibility, people are going to tell you change. Mm-hmm. They're going to test you. Mm-hmm. They're going to test your patience. Mm-hmm. They're going to test your position. But nah, I mean, yo, you man, I gotta do man shit. You know what I mean? And when you work a job, you have rules to follow. It's not about being a company man. It's not about kissing ass. None of that. You don't set the rules.
Nope.
They put you in a position to orchestrate the rules. You just tell people, yo, if you want to do this, I'm not gonna stop you or try to stop you or talk you out of it. But the rules come from up top. The rules come from up top. If you want to take this day off, I'm looking at this paper. It shows you have no vacation time.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know the disciplinary points that come. But people don't want to hold themselves accountable. They'll love to get fired and be like, man, dude, man, he got his promotion. Mm-hmm. Man, he got his promotion, man. He got all whatever. He acting all funny. Nah.
That's happened.
That's on you.
That's happened before. I'll tell you that much.
Of course. Man, I got cursed out plenty of times in work management, man. I don't give a fuck. I'll let people finish.
Yeah.
Only time I responded to somebody was when somebody called me a punk motherfucker and he said, "Oh, to slap your ass," right? He came back and he asked me why I don't like him. So you gonna smack me now? Right. What are you talking about? You said you ought to smack my ass.
Yep.
No, I said, I heard you say I'm a punk motherfucker and you want to slap my ass. So you came back. So you gonna slap me?
Yeah.
You said I'm a punk motherfucker, you gonna slap my ass. Now you asking why I don't like you and you want your job back. Why would I give you your job back? And you weren't even fired at that time. But you said what you said, now you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I would have approached you, I would have been wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let you say that and keep going. Be careful what you say out your mouth, man.
And now that your ass no longer works here.
And it was a government secure building. You can't come back in here.
Mm-hmm.
So once you leave, you gone. And I know you need your job because the way that place was located at, man, a lot of them people, they ain't have a lot of options.
Right.
You know, and I'm trying to save all y'all people jobs, man. And you out here cursing me out. I said, you don't even know how often they were telling me to fire these people like on the spot, yo, boom, picking out people. And I know a lot of these people's situations. This particular person had problems with the court system. You know what I mean? And I dragged out the process so he can keep his job because I know he needed it. And you calling me these names because I got to send you home because of workload. I said, I don't make rules here. You kiss up to all of these white people here that don't give a fuck about your existence. I'm trying to maintain your employment so you can make a little bit of change and hopefully elevate to something different. And I'm the one you want to fight.
I'm the one you ought to put hands on. Yeah,
I'm the one you talking about smacking the shit out of. Nigga, you ain't smacking shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't know why you think something sweet. You know what I mean? Yo, man, we ain't gonna get this.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Oh shit, we getting close to the end of this, brother. We've been at this, but it's just one thing I definitely want to talk about. They call it the Purge Act. We kind of gotta play this shit, bro. It is hellacious. It's like super unbelievable that this is even going on. But I definitely want to talk about this. Definitely want to talk about this. Let's see. All right.
The following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes,
and it's a cash bail thing,
but isn't limited to kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska. As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights. And keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners. Officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses. Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them and whether or not it's legal. This is a massive threat to the residents of Orland Park, Cook County, before we can even look for them.
So that
denies victims their constitution.
So the whole purpose of that was they're eliminating cash bail. You remember, cash bail is a big discrepancy. It's always been a big discrepancy on the cash bail system based on who was getting the higher amounts versus who weren't, but for the same offenses. So you got, some Europeans, as you call them, they robbed a place. And then you have a black person who also robbed the place. And they both the same offenses, but that European, maybe bail was only 5,000. This black person bail was $100,000. So much of a disparity in amount of bail, they went ahead and eliminated cash bail. Now, this person is talking about it in a manner to scare everyone. This is, that's what he did. It was a scare tactic. It was like, yeah, when this passed.
Isn't that the norm?
Right. Yes, of course. But that's why they said it's the purge thing. That's what he's calling it, the purge bill, because he's saying, oh, without these cash bails now, without us holding people, they can go and commit all these crimes and nothing we'll be able to do about it because we can't hold them. So we're just going to give tickets and that's it. So it's like, all right, now it's almost like a smoke signal. If someone does something on your property or premise, kill them because they could possibly kill you, which is really it, because police ain't gonna be able to do nothing to help you.
So you can't just instill a fair judicial system?
Of course not, bro. That's too much like right.
So you'd rather just scare the hell out of people so there's gonna be shooting black people that don't even want, they're not even trying to go in your mailbox, they're just walking past and maybe he drops something and picks something up near your mailbox. So now you're saying he's going in your mailbox, so you're going to shoot him?
Hey, man, you know how they do.
So you're going to justify how they do by having by being on a platform saying that crazy shit?
Yep.
Yo, America's crazy to me.
America's wild, son.
It's just crazy to me how they justify this madness using a bunch of big words and rhetoric that most of the people listening don't even understand.
That's what they do, bro.
Then as black people, we hear this shit. That's why I hate when my parents watch the news, because they watch the news every day.
I do as well, too.
Yeah, but
I watch it with a different intent.
Yeah, but people in the 80s, man, yo, they wear that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really wear that shit. Yo, son, my mother will call me on the phone and I don't answer the call. Maybe I'm at work at the gym or something where I don't get the call. And not intentionally, but sometimes you don't might call back till maybe a couple hours later. Or even the next day if you don't see the missed call. Right? My mother will bug out because, like, matter of fact, they found a guy dead in the car.
Mm.
So my mom's just tripping because I didn't answer the call.
Mm.
People out here dying because they watch the news and they bug out, man. And it's not even for me to judge.
No.
It's just what it is. Yo, it is what it is right now. Yeah. They watch the news and they bug out because I live by myself. So they feel like I'm in this me against the world thing and I don't have anybody to look out for me. So if something happens, nobody will know I'm here. And they always say, if you didn't call me back by so-and-so time, man, your daddy was going to drive down there. And I'm like, what you going to do?
He'll do nothing.
I'm like, yo, dad got the spare key to the crib, but he probably lost it. You know what I'm saying?
And if y'all come in here and I'm in the middle of some debauchery, that's y'all fault.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Just open the door with the key? I might be in some chicks.
Yeah. I might got chicken a swing tied up like a damn rotisserie chicken, and now I'm giving it a man.
What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Yo, son, I might be ass naked on the couch just sleep. You can't be just thinking the wrong things, man.
Yeah.
And then too, like my cousin was found, dead in her house in New York, like maybe a month ago.
Damn.
And she was in there dead. She was in there dead for like 2 weeks.
Damn.
They said they got in there. It wasn't even no body. That's how long she was in there.
Mm.
Think about that.
She done decomposed that man.
Nothing. Wasn't no body, man. All you had was dental records.
Mm.
You know how bad that shit smells, man?
Oh, yeah. Damn, she decomposed that fast, though?
Yeah. They said she was in there that long. I just said 2 weeks. It might have been longer. She was in there that long when nothing was left. When nothing was left. And she want to leave all her money to the fucking animal shelter.
She ain't no kids?
Nope. Leave everything to animal shelter. Now I don't have no white people in my family.
Yeah, we'll do no shit like that.
My mother was tight. And she got my mother down as next to kid.
Oh, damn.
My mother didn't want to be bothered with that shit.
Not at all, sir.
She calls me to vent. I'm like, okay, now I get it. I gotta be more aware. I'm the one that gets the call. Let me just listen. Mom's just tripping.
Just listen, bro. My mom called me and told me I'm calling a vent, and she went to vent, and I just sat there and listened.
I was going down there today, but I'm gonna go on more and eat breakfast with them and all that stuff. Then go to work from there and bring my work stuff, go to work from there. Because I ain't going today. I'm going to do.
Yeah, man. To go out there with the moms and pops, man. But yo, man, I was going to do quick hits, but I think I'm going to say these for next week, man. I'm done. I'm all tapped out right now. So much going on mentally. I'm tapped out. So it was a good pod, though. Got anything you want to end with? I know you got something.
This is more something that's dear to me, kind of piggyback on what you're saying, but from another angle, man. We got to cherish our days. Those that love us, a lot of times hurt when we hurt, and we don't see that. But, you know, when you hurt, the people that love you hurt, man, and they hurt more because they don't know why you're hurting, and they don't know how to help you because they don't know why you hurt. And I've dealt with that quite a bit lately. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we overthink situations that bring ourselves pain. You know what I'm saying? We put things in our mind that don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Because we want things to be a certain way. But we don't select the journey or the path that takes us to where we're trying to go. You know, then obstacles will come, different turns. You know what I mean? We just got to stay on course. And we need that more complicated for ourselves because we don't depend on our half move. And we hold on to things. When you hold on to things, they amplify. And sometimes they amplify to a point now you definitely don't want to tell nobody because it just went too far.
Right.
And we have to understand we're all learning as we go along. And part of cherishing our days is communicating these days with someone. Even if you just communicate it to the universe. You know what I'm saying? Get it out. That's why that's why journals are so powerful. You know, that's why, you know, writing is powerful, period. Even if it's not a journal, just getting your things out. I talk to myself when I'm driving. People probably look at me like I'm fucking crazy, but I be having gas conversations. I try not to hold on to things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we all could do better communicating with our significant others and with our friends that we consider family. But, you know, like I said, we're all learning, man. So basically what I'm saying is within cherishing that day, cherish your mental health as well. And part of cherishing your mental health is not holding on to your thing, holding on to things, not harboring ill will. And we'll all say, well, I don't do that. Yeah, most of us do. We just don't see it like that.
Right.
Because we let things roll off of us. We're going about letting things roll off, they're still there. You know what I'm saying? And then you're triggered by certain things. And you got some people that go out all the time. That's an escape mechanism. They don't see it. And I'm not saying there's no going out. But when the going out stops, are you okay?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you okay to be at peace with yourself?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Can you go to a movie by yourself and be okay? Can you go out to eat by yourself and be okay? Or can you do these things by yourself without taking place?
Nah, they can't.
You know what I'm saying? Then you're not okay. If you got to take a picture of it and share it with somebody every day, you're not okay. If you're doing it because you just love doing it, it's fine. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's because you're not really listening to me. You just want to debate me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it all the time. I know females more so than guys that do it. They're really not feeling good. You know what I mean? That when you get our age, a lot of women really aren't feeling good being single. Not because they hate their life or they hate being single. They really just don't like it. They really want somebody they can share life with. Or just share moments.
Time with. Yeah, share moments.
Share moments with.
Mm-hmm.
So they overcompensate by having a relationship with this. To where, you know what I'm saying? Everything is co-signed. Girl, you look good. Well, I'm proud of you and all of that. And they will damn near read through all the comments hoping one person has something to say. But instead of communicating with that person, they just keep posting, hoping that person see it. So every time they post a story, they look through all the people and hope just one person saw that story. And that one person has no idea that they're special to that person. That's all part of cherishing our days, man. That's all part of cherishing our days. Yo, love the ones you love, man. Keep people tight.
Yeah.
We lose things because sometimes the other person might not even know they're value. Don't wait for a person to leave this earth before you tell them you care.
Yeah, that's real.
That's why I hate these posts. Man, one of the realest niggas I ever met, whatever. Man, that man didn't even know he meant nothing to you. He's gone now. Or women that'll post pictures of their child's father, grandfather he was. That man never knew you thought he was good to kids. You've been calling him a piece of shit the whole time the kid's been living. Now he's gone, you got something nice to say. Or people losing their mind because their grandmother died, their parents died. You never had nothing nice to say to them when they were here. You hardly call, you hardly visit. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, man, cherish the day, man. That's the best way I can put it. Cherish the day. One of my favorite Sade songs, even though her song wasn't covered on that, but still, cherish the day.
Cherish the day. No, I'm with you. Well, this is a Black Male Podcast. CS is who I am.
Tre-Dot is who I am.
And this is episode 80. Peace.
Yeah. Hold myself.